Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most iconic scenes from the classic era. For this list, we're counting classic movies as ones that were released before 1980.
But you don't ask with respect. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me Godfather.
Number 10, No Place Like Home, The Wizard of Oz. When Dorothy Gale opens the door and her world is suddenly filled with glorious Technicolor, movie audiences the world over were dazzled. But it's the ending of The Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy must leave Oz and finally return home, that sticks with audiences. After her tearful goodbye to her newfound friends, she wakes up in her old bedroom with a bump on her head.
Are you ready now?
Yes. Say goodbye, Toto.
Oz was just a dream, but it taught her the most important lesson. Her realization that she always had what she needed hits hard no matter how old you are.
Because I love you all. And, oh, Auntie Em, there's no place like home.
Number 9, I'm ready for my close-up, Sunset Boulevard. Gloria Swanson plays what could be considered a funhouse version of herself in Sunset Boulevard.
Everything will be ready, madame.
Thank you, Max. You'll pardon me, gentlemen, but I must get ready for my scene.
She was a former silent actress whose career fell off after the advent of sound, although not to the extent of her character, Norma Desmond. At the end of the film, Norma has totally surrendered to her fantasies. She makes a grand ascent down her staircase to greet the police and reporters who have amassed at her home.
This is the staircase of the palace.
Oh, yes. Yes. Down below, they're waiting for the princess.
Her immortal line, I'm ready for my close-up, is both creepy and heartbreaking.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
She is totally gone, thinking they're there to make a movie, not to arrest her. She creeps slowly towards the camera, making direct eye contact with us as the screen blurs and fades.
It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people.
Number 8, The Horse's Head, The Godfather.
Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That part is perfect for him. It'll make him a big star. I'm going to run him out of the business, and let me tell you why.
Don Vito Corleone sends his consigliere, Tom Hagen, to deal with a greedy film mogul who is sabotaging his godson's career. When he won't listen to reason, the man wakes up with blankets full of blood. It's not his own. It belongs to his beloved horse, whose head has been placed at the foot of his bed. The masterful reveal and the studio mogul's anguished screams are chilling, and the viewer sees evidence of just how far Don Vito Corleone is willing to go to get what he wants. It sends the message of how dangerous these seemingly polite guys are without having to show them do the dirty work on camera.
That I cannot do.
I'll give you anything you ask.
We've known each other many years, but this is the first time you ever came to me for counsel, for help.
Number 7, Mad as Hell, Network.
Two, Q Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like at this moment to announce that I will be retiring from this program in 2 weeks' time.
When news anchor Howard Beale begins to have a nervous breakdown on air, his producers do the only sane thing they can think of. They monetize it.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Who are you talking to, Herb?
CGG, Atlanta.
Are they yelling in Atlanta, Herb?
Are they yelling in Atlanta, Ted?
But first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Putting him on air every night, they allow Beale to rant and rave at the American public about his own disillusionment. The ratings explode. In the movie's most famous scene, Beale gives a directive to his viewing audience.
This is going out live to 67 affiliates.
Leave him on. And I was married for 33 years of shrill, shrieking fraud.
People start to resonate with his anger so much that they follow his instruction to yell out their windows about how mad they are at the state of the world. His outrage becomes contagious until all the country seems to be yelling with him.
And I don't mean the communists are going to take over the world, because the communists are deader than we are. What is finished is the idea that this great country is dedicated to the freedom and flourishing of every individual in it.
Number 6, Bone to Satellite, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Stanley Kubrick's deeply cryptic and symbol-heavy science fiction epic is a true cinematic marvel. From the dawn of the primate age to the colourful and metaphysical themes of the climactic Stargate sequence, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a goosebumpy experience. But early on, it makes one of the longest time jumps imaginable. It suddenly cuts from a group of apes using a bone to kill one of its own to a man-made satellite floating through space, set against the music of Johann Strauss. The movie encapsulates all of human progress, from its first use of weapons to its exploration of space, in that one split second of film. Number 5, The Richest Man in Town. It's a Wonderful Life.
Mary! No, you don't. Somebody call the police. Somebody hit him on the head with a bottle. You need a straight jacket.
Despite its reputation as feel-good holiday fare, this Jimmy Stewart classic actually goes to some pretty dark places. After a massive amount of money is misplaced, George Bailey contemplates taking his own life. Fortunately, his guardian angel's intervention convinces him otherwise. It's at this key point that George realizes his worth as a human being. He runs screaming with joy through the snow-covered streets of Bedford Falls before going home.
Help me, Clarence! Get me back! Get me back! I don't care what happens to me! Get me back to my wife and kids!
Once there, he finds his neighbours have taken up a collection to pay off his massive debts. And then we all cry forever.
My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright.
Number 4, Quint's Indianapolis story, Jaws.
Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. He was coming back from the island of Tinian to Lady and just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb.
While Steven Spielberg's blockbuster about a killer great white shark has more than its fair share of spine-tingling scares,
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
its most chilling moment is also one of its quietest. Late one night in the bowels of his small ship, Quint shares that he was among the survivors of the real-life sinking of the USS Indianapolis. He watched and listened as his fellow soldiers were devoured by sharks. His knowledge of how vicious these creatures can be comes first-hand. Menacing English actor Robert Shaw delivers this whiskey-soaked monologue with all the gravitas of a man telling a campfire ghost story.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living.
Number 3, here's looking at you, kid. Casablanca.
Playing with Victor where you belong.
But Richard, no one.
Now, you've got to listen to me. You have any idea what you'd have to look forward to if you stayed here?
Melodrama mixes with patriotism and duty in this unforgettable wartime romance. Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman play two people torn apart by the breakout of World War II. Bogart plays Rick Blaine, a politically neutral American expat caught between war, and Ilsa, the love of his life.
Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world.
But the two realise there's a greater good to be served by Ilsa getting on a plane out of Casablanca with her freedom fighter husband instead of staying with him. It's a beautiful representation of the duty many Americans felt as the country's men went off to war. His iconic monologue to her before she goes is still among the best dialogue ever written.
No. He's looking at you, kid.
Number 2, The Statue of Liberty, Planet of the Apes.
I'm in charge of this man.
No longer, madam. He is now in the custody of the Ministry of Science.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Even an audience who had experienced the twist endings of The Twilight Zone were probably left breathless by the shocker that awaits Charlton Heston at the end of Planet of the Apes. Heston is an astronaut who spends the movie thinking he's crash-landed on some distant planet where non-human primates reign supreme. At the end of the film, he and his companion come upon the ruins of the Statue of Liberty.
Now you know better. Cornelius was right, Doctor. He proved it. Man was here first. You owe him your science, your culture, Whatever civilization you've got.
To his horror, he realizes that he crash-landed not on another planet, but on an Earth far in the future. Mankind has destroyed itself with nuclear weapons, and now apes are in charge.
Oh my God. I'm back. I'm home. All the time it was. We finally really did it. You maniac!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Beach Kiss, From Here to Eternity. Lovers Burt Lancaster and Deborah Kerr are swept up in the waves. The Head Turn, The Exorcist. Two priests battle for a little girl's soul and get more than they bargained for.
With the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
Amen.
Chariot Race, Ben-Hur. This sequence is one of the most famous action sequences in movies. The Subway Grate, The 7-Year Itch. Easily Marilyn Monroe's most famous on-screen moment.
Oh, here comes another one!
Stella, A Streetcar Named Desire. Marlon Brando's magnetic performance made him a star in this moment.
Hey, Stella!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Shower Scene, Psycho. In 1960, audiences were not accustomed to seeing violence and nudity on screen. Alfred Hitchcock gave them both at once. Midway through Psycho, Marion Crane is knifed to death in the Bates Motel shower. Jagged cuts and shrill strings on the soundtrack accompany what may be the most famous murder scene in movie history. It's a shocking and vicious end for the character we thought was our protagonist. Hitchcock had to battle with censors to stay true to his vision for the sequence. We're fortunate he did. The final result is a prime example of why he was known as the master of suspense and is one of the most famous sequences in cinema history. What classic movie moments did we miss? Tell us in the comments.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.